Hi friends, welcome back to Beautifully Bookish Bethany, where I have new videos every week about books and the geeky mom lifestyle. Subscribe for more bookish videos and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I release a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my collection of special edition books. I recently started doing some exclusive videos for my patrons and they've been voting on what they're interested in seeing, and one thing I was hearing from them was an interest in my collection of signed books, my ARC collection that I keep, my special edition books, and it got me thinking that's not something I've really shared too much on here. So what I'm going to be doing today is sharing with you in a chatty video all of the special edition books that I have on my shelves, and then as a patron exclusive I'm going to be sharing all of my advanced reader copies that I am keeping. Most of them I don't keep, I pass on to other people or donate, but there are a few that are meaningful for one reason or another, or that are just really cool that I am keeping on my shelf. So you all know that I'm a reader, but I'm also a book collector, and those don't always overlap. You can be a reader without being a collector. Some people are collectors without being huge readers. I happen to be both, and I really love my collection of books, and so I wanted to share some of the special edition ones that I have that make me really happy. I limit how many books I keep of what I read. I go through so many books, but just because of where I live and limited bookshelf space, a lot of books I end up unhauling, passing on to friends or reselling to my local indie or donating to bookstores. But these are some of the really special editions that I love, make me happy. So the advanced reader copies is going to be a patron exclusive video available on my Patreon, which is linked down below if you guys are interested in seeing it. But for everybody, I am sharing here all of the special edition books on my bookshelves. So hopefully this will be fun and kind of chatty. I'll give you a little bit of background on maybe where the books are from. Some of them are signed, some of them have stories behind them. Hopefully you guys enjoy. So first I thought it would be fun to share my collection of special or limited edition books in the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown. I do have like regular hardcovers and a couple of paperbacks. That's not what I'm sharing here. This is just the limited or special edition books that I have. So first up, I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Red Rising, which is beautiful. This was a Christmas gift from my husband, and I just love it. It's so pretty. This one is signed. I've met Pierce Brown in person several times, so I think all of my books from him are signed. The end papers on this are just beautiful. Do we have any other Red Rising fans in the house? I love it, and I have quite the collection. Then I have one that I've kind of got a story behind, and I was so excited to get this. So this is the Subterranean Press edition of Morningstar. And these, if you don't know, are super limited and super expensive. They're beautiful. They do special cover art. They're limited printing. They're signed by the author, and then you kind of can't get them anymore. But they're really pricey. These ones usually run like $80, and generally speaking, that's just kind of not in my budget for books. But there's a local used bookstore I go to, Housing Works, which is part of a nonprofit organization, and so they get donations of books. Everyone who works there is donating their time, and then all of the proceeds from the books go to this great charity that they run. And so I happened in there and somebody donated this edition, and it was still a little out of my price range, but they were like, well, you know, next week if you come back, it's like 30% off everything. So if it's still here, you could get it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back. If it's still there, it's meant to be. So I ended up getting this for $40, which is just like unheard of. Still very, very pricey, more than I would spend on most books, but I'm really happy to have it. The other thing that's kind of cool about this is usually there is a number here. It was limited to 750 editions, but instead of a number, this one says PC, which means publisher's copy. So a handful of these copies might have gone to the editor or somebody close to Pierce. And so I don't know who it was who had this and donated it, but whoever it is, I am so thankful. And it is signed by the author. So kind of a longer story with that one, but that's fun to have. Then there were these promotional editions of Red Rising that got made a while back, and they're hard to find now, and they've become like collectible items that people will sell for like $100 on eBay. And I have two of them. One of them I got for free at an event, and the other one I found at my local indie as a used copy for like $1. So yeah, these are the little promotional copies. I think there's 5 different ones for different houses and different symbols. It's just the first book, but they're highly collectible for fans of the series, so I have 2 of them. Then I haven't maybe talked about this on here in a while, but one of my all-time favorite books is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, and so I have a few different editions of that. The ones I'm going to share here are, I have the paperback UK covers, so these aren't exactly special editions, but they're harder to find here, and they're just really pretty. Even if this one's a little bent, I just love the cover art on these. They're absolutely stunning. And then I do actually have a signed special edition copy of it. This is the 10th anniversary edition. It's illustrated. It's really, really beautiful. And because it was damaged, I got it for like half price. So I ended up having to kind of tape this back together, but it's okay. I'm happy to have it. It will be in my collection. It is signed by the author, and this one's cool because it has a bunch of like really pretty illustrations all throughout it. So this is just a really cool one to have. And again, you know, I always like a discount, so since it was partly damaged, I got it for like half off. Then my favorite book of last year, as you know, was The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. So I do have the US hardcover, but I also got the Waterstones exclusive edition of it from the UK. And guys, this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'll just like show you. This book is stunning. It's got really cool imprintings, and if you have read the book, you know that the symbols are meaningful for the book. It's got these really pretty end papers of bees, and then underneath it's really pretty as well. So yeah, another one of my all-time favorite books that I have a special exclusive edition of. And while we're talking about UK covers, I know for those of you who live there, these are less special, but living here, they're kind of fun. There's a few that I have. So I have the UK edition of Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which I just think this cover is really, really pretty. My friend Katrina from Fabulous Book Fiend very kindly got this for me when she went back to the UK. And then I also have the entire Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab in the UK paperbacks. This is mostly because I liked these covers better than the original US covers. I just think they're really pretty. So I have A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light, and all of them are signed. I've also had the opportunity to meet Victoria Schwab, I think, at least 3 times, and so these are all signed as well, which is really fun. She's so lovely. Then I also have some international editions of the Witchland series by Susan Dennard, another favorite of mine. So I have the first 3 books in the UK hardcovers, and these are just beautiful. The first 2 is thanks to Leanna from Leanna's Library. She didn't like these as much as I did, and so she very kindly sent me these beautiful books. I do also have the US hardcover editions of these. I don't do this for very many series, but some of my favorites I do. So I have the UK hardcovers of those, and then of course when it came out I had to go out and buy myself the UK hardcover of Blood Witch, and they just like look so nice together. Also, I love the spines of them. And then I won a giveaway at one point for some international editions of Truth Witch. It was too many for me to end up keeping all of them on my shelves, but there's one that I have. This I think is the German edition, and it's just really pretty and totally different from anything else. I don't read German, so this is just like kind of like a fun thing to have for my Witchland series. Then a couple of special edition UK ones that I bought, even though they were more pricey, just because I love these, and maybe one day I'll get my hands on the first one in the series, but I didn't know these existed until it was already sold out. But this is Batman Nightwalker and Catwoman Soul Stealer, part of the DC Icons series. These are just such cool covers, and they were only available in the UK, so I ordered them from the UK version of Amazon. I pre-ordered them there. And yeah, I just really love them. I think they're so pretty. They have, it's just like super simple. It doesn't even have any words on it, just like the bat symbol there for Marie Lou's. And I love Marie Lu. And then Catwoman Soul Stealer is by Sarah J. Maas. Again, it's got the cat symbol, which is really cool, and this one is actually signed. So it's got a signed book plate in it, which is cool. I didn't actually know that when I pre-ordered it. So a couple of special editions. I have the US version of Wonder Woman, which is the first book in the series, not this special one, but maybe one day. And then because it was so pretty and I found it very, very on sale, I also have the special edition of Throne of Glass, the collector's edition by Sarah J. Maas. This is just so, so pretty, and I really love this series. Like, look at that book. It's so beautiful, and it, like, inside it's really pretty. So yeah, it's very, very cool. I think I ended up getting this for like $10 or $12, which I felt okay about. The most recent special edition that I've added to my shelves was actually a gift, very, very kindly sent to me by Autumn at Chapter Mallyumpkin. This is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis, and this was the Owl Crate exclusive edition. It doesn't have a dust jacket, and it's just so pretty. I mean, look at this. The stage is set, the spectacle awaits. This is one of my favorite books of the year, and like, it was so kind of her to send me this. There's cool end papers, and it's signed. So really, really happy to have that as well. So my main copies of the Shades of Magic series are the UK paperbacks, but I am also in the process of collecting the special collector's edition hardcovers because these are really, really pretty and they have bonus content. So I have the first two books in the series. I have A Darker Shade of Magic and A Gathering of Shadows. Exclusive collector's editions. They have additional short stories in them, and they are really pretty. And they have fan art inside, which is super cool. And it's signed. This one is not personalized, but yeah. Astravars on Darker Shade of Magic. And then for A Gathering of Shadows, there's more cool artwork. And Stas Ruskan. I do not yet have the third one. It's kind of on my wish list, but they're a little pricey, so if I get enough of a price drop at some point, I might grab that to add to my shelves. I also have the 10th anniversary edition of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I have so much love for this world, the Shadowhunter world. I've been reading them for so many years, and I know the books aren't all perfect, but I do think her writing gets better and better, and I just love the world she's created. I love a lot of the characters that she's created, and so I was really excited to find this. This is another one that I found as a half-priced copy, which was super exciting. I mean, it's really pretty. It doesn't have a dust jacket. It's got like gold edging, and then it's illustrated, so it's got just these really beautiful illustrations throughout the book. We've got Jace and Alec. Somewhere in here I know we've got Magnus, who is my favorite. There's Clary. So yeah, this is another one that was just really, really pretty, so I'm very happy to have this one on my shelves. And then of course I had to have the special edition of Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. These were also so pretty. I mean, it's just beautiful. This was a collector's edition. I don't have Crooked Kingdom yet. At some point I'll probably want to grab that. It says no mourners, no funerals on the back. It's got red sprayed edges. The map is in red. And then what was really cool about this is in the back it's got all of this artwork. So it's got character cards for each of the characters. You have Kaz and Inej, Nina, Matthias, Jesper, and Wylan. And I just love the artwork so much. So another one I'm really happy to have. One special edition that I pre-ordered is this illustrated edition of Soulless by Gail Carriger. I love this series, and this edition is just so pretty. These are paranormal romance with steampunk vibes. They're so funny, and I just love them so much. And this book is just so pretty. This is another one that came signed if you pre-ordered it. And it's got like illustrations throughout the book. I need to do a reread of this at some point. That would be really fun. Clockwork. Yeah, so that was a really fun one. Definitely pre-ordered that. I'm a huge fan of the series. And then I have the tour edition of Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. I was able to go to the in-person tour for this, and I actually vlogged the entire event, which is now one of my like most watched videos on my channel. I'll link it up above if you haven't seen it, because it was really, really cool and interesting if you're a fan of her and a fan of the series. It's from a couple years ago, but this isn't super different, but it does have this tip-in page, special signed first edition of Kingdom of Ash for the 2018 World Tour. So this is signed, and then they had a stamp for the tour as well that went on this page. So other than that, I don't think it's super different, but it is really pretty. And then it's got like her signature on the front. That was a cool one, and getting to hear her talk was really interesting. And then what was really amazing was, I think the year after that, I got to meet her in person when I went to Book Expo. She wasn't there in an official capacity. She was just there to like meet with people, and I recognized her in line. And actually I was with Melanie from L to the Annie, and she was like, go say hi, go say hi. So I like got out of line and went and said hi, and she was so nice and really easy to talk to, and her husband and adorable little baby were there, so that was really cool. So yeah, I have the tour edition of Kingdom of Ash. Another one that I grabbed because it was so pretty and I found a half-priced copy at the Strand is Assassin's Apprentice, the illustrated edition by Robin Hobb. So I never finished this series, but I did read the first couple of books and really liked them years ago. I need to go back and reread them, but this, I just like couldn't pass it up. It's so beautiful. There's a map, and then there's these gorgeous illustrations throughout the book, and so I feel like any fans of this series, this would be a great thing to have. The artwork on these is stunning. I don't know like who the illustrator is. I'm gonna have to look that up, but like, because the artwork is just really, really beautiful. Let me find one more to share. There's another one. It's just absolutely stunning. I don't know who, oh, and this is cool here. It's got like the original cover from when it was first published. Okay, so it says illustrations and end paper map by Magali Villanueva. And this is the 25th anniversary edition, so another really pretty one. You know, it's funny, with some of these illustrated editions and special editions, for me it's like artwork to have on my shelves. There's people who spend money on art, and I sometimes will spend money on special edition books. Okay, two more books to share. One was just kind of fun. You know how they did those special promotional copies of Red Rising? Well, they did the same thing one year for The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, which is another fantastic book. And so I have like one of these limited special promotional copies that I picked up at, I think it was New York Comic Con, and I got to meet her and got it signed. Yeah, New York Comic Con 2018, they have these special editions, and so this sits on my shelf with my paperback copies of the series, which I still need to finish, even though I loved the first book a whole lot. So yeah, that was kind of fun. And then the final special edition on my shelves is this beautiful special edition cover of From a Certain Point of View, a Star Wars collection of stories. So I'll put a picture up of what the regular cover looks like, but for when it was first published, a few places carried this special edition cover, which is so pretty. And what's amazing about this is it's signed. Let's appreciate the beautiful end papers. The second collection of this is about to come out soon too, but it's signed by, I don't think it's all the authors, but like many of the authors. I should count them and see. Is it? It's not, I don't think it's everybody, but okay, so this is like 17 of the authors signed it, which is super cool. I don't even know. There's like Chuck Wendig, Meg Cabot, John something, Daniel Jose Older. I don't even know who all of the signatures are, but I just thought that was super cool. So that was a bit of a splurge, but one that I was happy to have on my shelf. So there you go. That is my collection of special edition books. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. Like I said, there are not a ton of books that I will buy these for, but for things that I have a lot of nostalgia towards or just love a lot that are all-time favorites, I will sometimes splurge and buy special editions, especially if they've got these beautiful illustrations in them. So talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know any of your thoughts or feelings on anything I shared today. And for your question of the day, let me know, what is one book that you either have a special edition of or would like to have a special edition of? And this could even be something where maybe they've never published it, but you think it would be really cool if they did. Talk to me in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.